Hi, this is Dr. Todd Rowe presenting tips on using the homeopathic remedy Graphites. Before I begin, I'd like to say that nothing in this material is meant to diagnose, cure, prescribe, or treat any illness. Please consult your homeopathic practitioner for treatment options. Most of us are familiar with Graphites or graphite in the form of pencil lead, also known as plumbago. It's a very soft substance that's used as a lubricant. Graphite is one of the allotropes of carbon, along with diamond and charcoal. These are all various forms of carbon that we use, and actually each of those are different homeopathic remedies. And there's different types of graphite, crystalline and amorphous and lump graphite, etc. In homeopathy, we use this remedy to treat a variety of acute conditions, which include anxiety, inflammation of the eyes, blepharitis and conjunctivitis, ear infections or otitis media, gastritis, poison ivy and poison oak, and various skin disorders and problems. The mental state of someone who needs the remedy Graphites tends to be somewhat dull and forgetful. They can be somewhat coarse in their demeanor. They can have problems with anxiety, particularly worse in the morning, and they can be quite restless. Typically, they feel worse in the morning and feel better as the day goes on into the evening. They also can be sensitive, particularly to music, which causes them to weep, and they have trouble making up their mind, irresolution. In kids who need Graphites, you also see this irresolution or trouble making up their mind. There's also a tendency towards constipation, obesity, ear infections, skin problems, and offensive perspiration. General characteristics of this remedy include chilliness. They are worse in the morning and better in the evening. Worse when discharges are suppressed. Worse being hungry and better eating. Typically, their symptoms are worse on the left side of the body, and their symptoms are often accompanied by feelings of weakness and fatigue. There's a strong tendency towards skin issues with this remedy, and their skin can be lumpy, thick, and hard. Also, a tendency towards thickening of the eyelids and the nails, scar formation, and constipation. Also, there can be cracking of the skin and fissures. In terms of physical characteristics, there are often headaches with Graphites, often accompanied by numbness. It can be a cobweb sensation on the face and eruptions on the scalp. There can be eruptions and cracks behind the ears, and a very useful remedy, as I mentioned, for ear infections, both acute and chronic. There also can be chronic discharges from the ears associated with hearing loss. There's a tendency towards photophobia or sensitivity to sunlight, and a variety of eye problems, including conjunctivitis, keratitis, and blepharitis. Also, in Graphites, you can often see cracks in the nasolabial folds and the corners of the mouth. A useful remedy for gastritis and ulcers in the stomach that are better from eating and drinking milk. And there can be craving for chicken and beer and sweet things, an aversion to sweets as well as salt and meat. It's one of our main remedies for poison ivy and poison oak that predominantly affects the genitals. Also a remedy for difficulty breathing from suppressed eruptions. And again, these thick and deformed nails with cracking, worse from heat. Another characteristic of the skin eruptions of Graphites is this thick, honey-like discharge, and one of our mainstay remedies for poison ivy and poison oak. You can compare Graphites to Arsenicum album, to Ferrum metallicum, the element iron. Pulsatilla nigrans are the windflower, and the element sulfur. Also to Calcarea carbonica, or calcium carbonate, and other carbon remedies like Carbovegetabilis, Carboanimellis, etc. You can order this remedy at orders@amchof.org. If you'd like to learn more about acute care prescribing, we have a program that's 40 hours in length. It's an online program, and you can learn more about it at acutecare@amchof.org. We also offer a variety of self-help programs that are around 4 to 6 hours in length. These are all online, and you can they cover homeopathic treatment of various conditions. And you can find out more about these at www.selfhelphomeopathy.com. And lastly, our web address is www.amchof.org. Thank you very much.